Hi, and welcome to Unit 1, Understanding Your Rhetorical Position. Before we get started with the class as a whole, I wanted to spend some time with this video giving you a little bit of a framework for the course with a particular focus on some key terms that I think will help you get a handle on the course material and understand what kinds of ideas are tying all the various themes of the course together. So let's get started. As you know from the title of this course, Public Rhetoric and Practical Communication, the idea of rhetoric is clearly central to what we'll be discussing this term. So I wanted to spend a little time talking about that term and what it means. So the what and why of rhetoric. One of the most important things I want you to keep in mind with this term is that rhetoric is both a productive and a critical art. Now that makes it really useful to help understand your role as a communicator, which is one of our major goals in the course, because it helps you both analyze what you and others are doing when they produce communicative acts, and it also helps you produce those acts effectively. I want to talk about some various terms that are related to this idea of rhetoric. The first is rhetor. Now, this term refers to the person or group who creates or presents rhetoric in whatever form it takes. In other words, the doer. So I like this term because it's a more expansive term. It doesn't limit us to just written text or just visual text or just web-based text. It allows us to have a term that refers to all of those different modes of communication that you practice in your personal and professional lives. Rhetoric is discourse crafted according to the principles of the art of rhetoric. This is the object of study or the object that's created. And again, rhetoric can refer to a range of materials, not just written or spoken texts, but it can refer to design of buildings, it can refer to design of websites, monuments, a whole range of materials. And rhetorical theory refers to the sort of rules of how rhetoric is produced. It's an explanation of how rhetoric functions and how it achieves its goals. The rhetorician is a person who studies and analyzes rhetoric, the scholar. So the interesting thing here is that your position in the course is sort of a dual position. You are both rhetor and rhetorician, meaning that you will be producing rhetoric, but you'll also be analyzing and understanding how effective rhetoric works and how to make your own rhetoric even more effective. To that end, your work in the course this week asks you to begin rethinking what it means to be a rhetor, a writer, a communicator in web-based contexts. Your course reading from Tim O'Reilly, What is Web 2.0, focuses on the creation of social media platforms and the possibility of web-based collaboration. The reading from Patrick Davison on memes focuses on memes and authorship and the idea of authorlessness on the web. Your assignments for this unit, you have 2 Piazza posts for this unit, and they both are asking you to think about your own rhetorical position. The first, the critical selfie assignment, is due on the first day of class. The second, the assessment of what you've learned in college, is due on the Friday of the first week of class. So make sure you take a look at the course readings. You watch the lecture this week from Professor Jonathan Alexander on ethos. And finally, that you make sure you take care of those Piazza posts. And I really look forward to reading what you all have to say and seeing you on Piazza. Thanks.